Welcome to the Establishing Technology Footprints for the Advancement of Agribusinesses series of workshops targeted at the inhabitants in the Ahafo region of Ghana. My name is Efio Usufofie. I am the founder of Coders Who Travel. Coders Who Travel is a United States-based 501c3 nonprofit organization with a vision to inspire and advance the career of computer and mathematical programmers in less developed regions of the world. Our mission is to deliver project-based knowledge, world-class work experience, and career-defining professional communities. Our scope is on both underserved communities in advanced countries, as well as emerging regions in developing countries like Ghana. This is a timeline of the highlights of activities we have conducted since we filed for our MPO since December 2016. Time will not allow me to touch on all of them, but certainly it has been a mix of great adventures through to 2021. Currently, we would like to relaunch a Veterans Can Code initiative in the USA and internationally extend our travels to rural towns like the Ahafo region we are targeting today. If at any point you would like to support us today and beyond, these are the multiple ways of giving to Coders Who Travel. Your donation goes towards key items for dispatching coders and empowering a community with laptops, projectors, internet, transportation, accommodation, etc. expenses. With me, our partners, my partner representatives, Carla Villalos, representing Microsoft, and Honorable Nkobi Amwamensa representing the Amen Foundation. Shout outs to our social media partners, the Insifu Group, Baobab Entrepreneur, and 2112 Charity. During the program, as you get insights, we encourage you to share on social media with your friends and family, and please monitor the chat for the relevant hashtags. Kobe, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Rose. My name is Kobe Amwamensa. I'm a civil engineer by profession, but also the founder of Amen Foundation. Amen Foundation means Amoa Mensa Education, Nurturing and Development Foundation. We've primarily been operating in the Ahafo region of Ghana, which is a very rural enclave a rural enclave relying a lot on agriculture, and it's poverty stricken. We've been operating since 2012, and what we have actually been doing is to help educate the youth, nurture the youth in the fields of entrepreneurship, agribusiness. We've run health clinics, provided scholarships to the youth, and we enjoy partnering with other organizations to uplift the youth out of poverty in these agriculture-based communities in Ahafo and Ghana in general. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kobe. Carla?
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Carla Villalos. I currently work at Microsoft. I am a community development specialist, and a lot of what my work is centered on is education. I work on a team that focuses on virtual education for the underserved communities, locally, nationally, and globally. And I am extremely grateful to be partnering with FIA and Coders Who Travel to be able to support in this event. We also connect with nonprofits and help them get set up with Microsoft's Give program that does that matches volunteer time and also donations, and we connect them with philanthropies to obtain software grants and special pricing for nonprofits. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Carla. Mm-hmm. So at this time in the agenda, we are at Master Working from Home with Teams and Zoom. And the presenters are Kofi Bua Esilfi and Ikuya Hinkra. I should mention that David Ebo Phillips also helped with the presentation, but couldn't be here because of a conflicting engagement. So Kofi, are you ready?
Yes, Afia, we are. Please confirm that you can see my screen.
I still can see Ransom's the key to starting your business screen. Ransom, can you stop sharing? All right, Kofi, now I can see your screen.
Okay, all right. So good afternoon and evening, everyone. As Afia mentioned, we're going to be discussing how to master working from home. And I think this topic is important.
Kofi,
Because if
hold
you recall,
on. I see that Selena from Microsoft also joined. So
okay.
Just a heads up about that. Welcome,
Okay,
Selena.
Hello, thank you.
All right. So so if you recall from Ransom's presentation, one of the key considerations you need to make as a business is where the business is going to operate from, where you're going to locate it. Are you going to go and hire or rent some space? Are you going to consider running it from home? So basically, those considerations are what motivates this topic. We believe that if you're trying to start a business and you're trying to minimize your costs, maybe one of the considerations should be working from home, especially in these times of this COVID health crisis. So our aim in this presentation is to discuss, sorry, 1 minute, how you can master working from home. Essentially, we want to try and put a definition to what mastering working from home means. And then we will look at a few tools that we believe you can work with to make you effective as you work from home. So those are the two main topics or subjects we'll be discussing. And please feel free to stop me if you have any questions. Now, what do we mean by master from home? Basically, what we are saying is mastering working from home and mastering it is being effective at it. Being effective at it means being productive or increasing your productivity whilst you're working from home. So it shouldn't be the case that because you're working from home, your customers or your clients are not able to reach you at certain times of the day. It shouldn't be that because you're working from home, you miss some meetings, you miss some events, you miss some calls. Even within your organization, you don't have the necessary engagement and coordination. So a short definition of mastery of working from home is being effective at working from home. Now, some of the tips that we want to discuss as far as mastering working from home include using apps to your advantage. So by apps, we are referring to applications like your calendars, your Google calendars, your sorry, 1 minute. Your Google calendars are an example. Your to-do lists. There are many different applications. You have Trello, you have Asana. All these tools and applications on your laptops help you. Microsoft Teams, Zoom that we're going to get to in a few minutes. All these help you to manage your time as you work from home. Your calendar can serve as a reminder. Your calendar can serve as an update to what meetings you have booked, what client meetings, what internal meetings, what strategy sessions you have set up. So it's good to keep an eye on some of these tools as you work from home. Another consideration is increase your use of video conferences. I'll combine the two, present your work with the right tools, because that's basically the subject of this presentation. So in working from home, like I mentioned, you're going to be doing a lot of video conferencing because not everybody, you're going to have meetings online. So you're going to do a lot of video conferencing or audio conferencing. So you need to consider what setup you need to have to be able to engage along those channels. It's a good idea to have a specific space in the house or home where you have designated for business. It doesn't have to be anything flashy. It can just be a standard desk and a chair, but it has to be something that even for you mentally, when you get into that space, you feel like you are in work mode rather than being home and at rest, so that you can switch your professional lenses on and get to work. You also need to have things like a routine that you go through to start your day or to end your day or to get to work. All these things are things you need to practice so that become a part of you, so that when you're working from home, you are effective. It is very easy to fudge the lines between home, being professional, and being at home, because you're home. There are lots of family distractions. There could be family distractions. There could be friends and all. So it's good to put in some kind of routine so that you can manage your business, because keep in mind, what will help you sell your business is also your professional outlook. So if you're not able to exhibit that to your clients, even to your employees and your colleagues, you are doing your business a disservice. I would ask my colleague Ikia, she's on the call, to discuss the tips from 5 to 7. What we mean by those. Ikia, are you able to? I know you had some electricity challenges. Are you able to take this?
Hi. Can you all hear me? I think yes. I did join from my phone because I had some issues earlier with my machine. So I would go ahead with the tips from 5 to 6. That is, get ready for work, create and follow a schedule, and also check in with co-workers. So just as an introduction, I am Ikia Osewa Hinka, and I'm the co-coach for this particular presentation. So get ready for work. Kofi mentioned that being able to distinct your personal life and your work, especially when you're working from home. I remember when I was transitioning to remote work, the section that was very difficult is telling when you're at work and when you're actually at home, because they are all in the same location. And one of the tips that really help is being able to get up and start the same routine as you do when you're actually going out to work. So that would be getting up, getting ready. I know it is good, and the whole freedom with being in your pajamas and working is really great and very tempting. But sometimes actually going through the process of getting ready to work puts you in that mood where you know that you have transitioned from being at home to working, and that also helps you with your productivity and getting your mindset right. Then again, creating and following a schedule. So getting ready for work is good, but then being able to manage your productivity includes having a schedule. What do you do when you start work? Do you have some priorities you have to look at? For me, mainly would be starting work with setting up my priorities, my to-do for the day. And these tools really help you with. I think these are some of the things that Kofi already mentioned. Having tools that would help you with either your to-do or reminders that would help you with taking a break, because you can sometimes always forget to take a break, or even drinking water, right? Something like this, having tools and having such a schedule or routine is really great as well to have, especially if you want to be productive and effective when you're working from home. Then the last thing that we would talk about is checking in with your co-workers, especially if you transition from working from an office and you have co-workers that you usually check in with, or when you're in the office you say hi to. It would be great when you're working from home and you're probably alone, having the same process and the same step, checking with your colleagues, saying hello or hi to them. And one good tip that is also great is having lunch with your colleagues, right? You're working from home, but that doesn't mean that you can't schedule a lunch period or a lunch break with your colleagues and be online and chat the same as you would have done when you're in the office. So these are some tips that we would just like to share with you in terms of mastering working from home and then still being in the with a professional mode and psyche when you're working from home. And Kofi, I think you can continue.
Thank you, Ikia. for that. I would now move on to discuss some of the specific tools, Zoom and Microsoft Teams, starting off with Zoom. So I'm sure some of us are conversant with Zoom, but for those of us who are not, Zoom is a cloud-based video conferencing service that you can use to virtually meet everybody. It's an online. You can use the service online, or you can download the app on an Android or an iOS phone. Some of the features that it has, and that's some of what we're using on this call, is that I'm able to share my desktop so you can see the presentation that I have. So if you're running a business and you need to make a pitch to a venture capitalist or a bank, and you need to do that remotely, you could use Zoom to meet with the person and share your presentation just like I've done. It has whiteboard functionalities so that if you have some kind of strategy session, you can note the discussions and the decision points. You are able to have breakout rooms. So for example, on this call, if we needed to break out into different focus groups to discuss specific topics, we could do that. You can record your sessions so that you can play back later to update yourself. You even sometimes need to do that recording so you can put down accurate minutes of meeting. You can do a video chat. You can do audio conferencing. You can have a virtual background. If you look behind me, the background I have says coach for coders who travel. That's not actually, that's not the actual background. Behind me is a wall, but then I've put this picture behind me, so you can do things like that. You can make use of these kinds of features, for example, when you're working from home and you don't really have that type of office space. And you can still get your work done. You can still put forward your best foot professionally so that you can attract investors. Some of the benefits that Zoom gives us is that it's easily accessible. You can schedule meetings very quickly on it. You can stream this 100%. It's very efficient and effective for getting things done. I mean, everybody can participate. And I think the session we've had today from about 3 o'clock up till now is proof of some of the functionalities or the benefits of having an application like Zoom. We are sitting from different parts of the world. Even within Ghana, we are sitting in different cities. I'm in Accra. We have some of the team down in Kukum. But because of this tool, we are able to meet and have this conversation and discussion and interaction. So yes, that's basically what Zoom offers you. These are some of the features it has. You can access it via the web, like I mentioned, or on Android or iOS-based devices. You can download the app and you can use it. We have a video that I would like to put up now so that we can maybe we watch it, and afterwards Ikea can just give us a short conversation about it. So if you'd give me a minute, I will just share I'll bring up the window and we can watch that video. Okay. Hold on a minute. Yes. Please let me know when you can see my window.
We see it.
Okay, so I'm going to play it now. Sorry, 1 minute. Hold on. I think we have a sound issue. Let's do this.
Yeah, when you share the screen, you should click on the share sound checkbox at the
Feedback coming from somewhere.
okay, your other screen is making noise.
Sorry. Okay, I think I missed what you said.
Your other screen was providing echoes, so I was just alerting you to that.
Okay. Just give me a minute.
If you need help with playing the video, I can try also from my end. Is it working?
Okay, it would be good if it would help if you could. I'm I'm trying to
Okay, let
get
me
it set
see
up.
if I can help. I bet, I don't know if it will work for me too, but let me see. Can you stop sharing your screen?
Yes. Let me do that now. Yeah.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been
Kofi, can you hear?
Yes.
Could you hear the sound?
Yes, I could.
Okay, bear with me.
working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to edit.
Zoom allows you to create virtual conferences that users can join from Chromebooks, laptops, desktops, and their phones if they have the free Zoom app. To set up a conference in Zoom, visit zoom.us, choose sign in, and sign in with your Google account or create a new one. Choose host a meeting to launch a new meeting right now on the spot instead of scheduling one for the future. Select with video on if you plan to use your webcam. If you only want to screen share, you can choose that option too. The first time that you try to launch a Zoom meeting, Zoom will need to install the app on your computer. It will download automatically, usually, and then you can just double click to run it. Once you have Zoom installed like I do, click Open Zoom to start your conference. When you're prompted, choose Join with Computer Audio. You can always mute yourself later. Here is the Zoom interface from my view, and here's what it looks like when there are other participants in the conference. We'll take the tools along the bottom from left to right. You can mute your microphone or your webcam with these buttons. Use Invite to get the code and link that allows others to join your meeting. The URL or link is how most people are going to join even on their phones, but the meeting code and password provides another way to get in, so you may choose to copy the whole invitation that has the link and the meeting code and password. Then you can post that where your students or participants will be looking for it. I'll copy and paste it onto my website so you can see what information is included in the invite. Manage participants lets you mute or unmute users, remove them from a conference, and adjust settings like whether you hear a chime when a new participant enters your conference. You can also adjust whether users join with their microphones on or off by default. I don't have any participants here, but if I did and needed to remove one, I just simply hover over their name, which brings up a mute and more button. And if I choose the more button, I have the option to remove them. Click Screen Share to share your screen. It's typically easiest to choose to share your entire screen. I have two of those, so I just need to choose the correct one. The number 1 on my screen up here is courtesy of Zoom, which makes it very easy for me to distinguish between my two monitors. And after screen sharing is started, I can pull up anything I want to on my screen that I want to share with my participants. And the indicator at the top of the screen is letting me know that I am sharing this screen, and this is also where I can stop screen sharing. You can also use the screen share button to share a whiteboard with your participants where you can draw freehand and add text and shapes. Again, choose Stop Share when you want to return to the normal Zoom room. Clicking Chat pulls up the chat panel where you can message all students or use this drop-down menu to send a message to just one person. Similarly, you can send a file to the whole class through chat or share with just one participant. Click File and then your desired destination. I'll choose Google Drive and select a file that is currently set to private to illustrate how Zoom prompts me to adjust the sharing settings right now so that others will be able to view this item. To return to Zoom, click either the Open Zoom message, or at any time you can use the Zoom icon in your apps tray to return to the regular Zoom room if you need to. Next, you can record your meeting if desired. The indicator in the top left lets me know I'm recording, and I can pause as needed. And all users can utilize these reactions icons to provide positive feedback to the presenter or to participant comments. When you're done, choose End Meeting and select End the meeting for all users. If you recorded your meeting, you'll get this conversion message, and we'll be able to choose where the recording saves. By default, it will save to a folder in your documents called Zoom. So those are the Zoom basics. Let me know if you have any questions.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. It's easy to switch to Fi from the comfort of your home.
Hello, okay, I think you can end that. So the video is mainly to give some basics about Zoom because we just talked about Zoom being one of the tools. So this is just giving you some basics on how to start a meeting and what you need to use. I know we do have some probably experience with Zoom because we are in this meeting, but our goal is to let you know about the tools that we can use, especially in our remote work.
Yeah, 1 second. Kofi, can you bring up the presentation again? Sorry, Akia, to interrupt you, but
no problem. All right, so with us talking about Zoom, I think that is basically it. At the end of this presentation, we definitely have time for questions, if there is any. But we want to move on to the next tool that we'll be discussing in this presentation, that is Teams. So that will be Microsoft Teams, which is one of the tools that would help you in working remotely. All right, so for Microsoft Teams, it is one of the platforms made available as part of the Microsoft 365 products, right? And it is a product from Microsoft. It does have a lot of functionalities that would help you when you're working remotely. And these features include teams or channels where your entire organization can actually converse and share information. There's also a chat function if you wanted to talk to an individual or some group instead of having to talk to the whole team. There's also a chat function where you can have your private conversations as well. Teams being part of the Office 365 also gives you the ability to store documents. Okay, so there's a document storage section in SharePoint, which is a very good tool, a very good feature in Teams, especially being able to share files with your teammates and working on those files together with them. So that is one of the great functionalities of Microsoft Teams that I really do enjoy using. There's also the video calling and screen sharing, just as we have in Zoom. You can have scheduled meetings or just start a meeting at any point in time, and all these features are available in Microsoft Teams. There is also the audio conferencing calls and telephony features that are all available in Teams. We do have a video at the end of the session that would give some bit of information about these features, and that is what we want to introduce to you. So aside these features that we've talked about, there are some benefits to using Microsoft Teams, and that is having shorter and more focused meetings. And one of the features I really like about Microsoft Teams is its notification, especially when you have a meeting and it's about to end, you do get a notification with the time you scheduled, letting you know that you probably have 5 minutes left for you to end your meeting, and it keeps you really on track and being within the time you scheduled for your meeting. There's also the group work simplification, and I already mentioned sharing a document, working together with your team on that document. And that is one of the benefits of using Microsoft Teams. So if you're starting your business or you're already working from home, this is one of the great functionalities that is available in Microsoft Teams that you can make use of. There's also storage of attachments. So all these I've already mentioned, but these are great benefits with Microsoft Teams. Aside that, there are also integrations with other Office 365 applications, and not just that, but also third-party apps that are available in Microsoft Teams. And To Do is one of the apps that is available in Microsoft Teams that makes it easy for you to be on track and keeping your schedule. We already talked about having a routine, especially working from home. And this is one of the apps that would help you. And the great thing is it integrates with your communication and the app that you use for your meetings. So that is one great feature. And there are many more that you can use with Microsoft Teams. So with that, I think I mentioned we would have a short video that just gives an overview of all this. So Ifya, can you help us again?
Sure. I got you. One moment. Yeah, Kofi, if you can stop sharing your screen. And
hi there. Welcome to Microsoft Teams, a collaboration app that helps your team stay organized and have
can you hear?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Hi there. Welcome to Microsoft Teams, a collaboration app that helps your team stay organized and have conversations all in one place. Let's start with, what else? Teams. Here, you can see a list of all the teams you're part of. Teams are made up of channels. You can build them by topic, department, or just for fun. Channels are where the real work gets done, where you hold meetings, have team conversations, and share files. At the top of each channel, you'll find tabs. They're like links to your favorite files, apps, and services. Want to have a quick, on-the-spot meeting with people in your channel?
Sorry,
Select Meet Now. In a meeting, you can show content from your computer or record your meeting. When you share a file in a channel conversation, you and your team can edit it at the same time and share thoughts alongside it. To find all the files that have been shared in a channel, go to the Files tab at the top of the channel. To see all the files ever shared across the team, click Files on the left. Want to talk privately with a person or group? Click New Chat at the top and type their names. Give the chat a name to make it easier to find later. To make a call directly from a chat, click Video Call or Audio Call. In some cases, if your organization has set it up, you can call anyone from Teams using calls, even if they're not using Teams. In meetings, you can see everything you've got lined up for the day or week. Or schedule a meeting. This calendar syncs with your Outlook calendar. Go to Activity for a view that lets you catch up on all your unread messages, @mentions, replies, and more. And use the command box to search for specific items or people, take quick actions, and launch apps. Convenient, right? And don't forget to download the mobile app so you're in sync when you're on the go. Thanks for watching. Now bring in your team and let the collaboration begin.
All right, great. So that video is just a quick overview of what Teams can do, and there's a lot more to that. So that is one of the tools that would help if you want to master working from home. At this point, I think we do have Selena available, and I believe she has been sharing some information in the chat. So I would invite her to give any comments she has, especially with Teams.
Hey everyone, yes, my name is Selena Matos. I am a training associate for Microsoft. I've been working for the company for about 5 years now. I have shared some helpful resources in the chat. The very first link that I provided is the steps that you need to take to create a free Microsoft account. If you don't have any licensing yet, you can still utilize the entire Office suite and Microsoft Teams for free. It is going to be a limited version. However, you can follow those steps. There is actually video instruction on how to create that free Microsoft account. And then the second link that I provided in the chat is taking you directly to the Microsoft support homepage, and this is for Teams. This is going to have very, very helpful articles and video instructions on how to do everything in Teams, from creating a team, how to structure your channels. So this is a really helpful resource to keep handy as you begin to utilize Microsoft Teams. And I am here for any questions that you all may have for me on the application. So please feel free to type those into the chat area. But yeah, I just wanted to share those resources for you all to have handy.
Okay, great. Thank you, Selena. I think at this point, that would be all for the tools for mastering working from home, and we are open for Q&A questions at this point.
Thank you, Ikuya. So yes, we can take any questions if there are. I'm going to go through the chat. I think I've seen Leslie. Okay, so Leslie's question, I'm not sure. Leslie, was this specific to Zoom or generally for each of these? I think Ify has answered for Zoom.
I think from Teams, you get an email notification when it finishes recording. And also, you also get a notification if you have the Teams app installed, you know, that
it's normally, with the way, because it's an integrated application, it's almost always linked to a SharePoint location. And so it will be saved there and you can access it. But the file will be available from the same chat, and then once you click, it will go to that location and pick it up for you. So
come on, don't be shy. And a plugin for Baobab Entrepreneur. Yes, I see your hand raised. Can you come off mute?
Yeah. So I want to ask, let's say a company is having license for Microsoft and then they are using the team. Can they invite somebody who is not using Microsoft to join a team meeting? That's my question.
I can address that.
Okay, sorry, go ahead. Selena, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I can address that question. Yes. Thank you. So for Microsoft Teams, if you do want to invite users that may not have a license or may not have Teams downloaded, you can absolutely do that. When you create your meetings, and I can actually share my screen just to demo that portion, just so you can kind of have a visual as I walk through it. As you create meetings through your calendar, sorry, I'm getting my screen up. Please just let me know if you can see my screen here.
We can see.
Perfect, thank you. I am accessing Teams from the web-based version, and this is the free version that you would get if you follow those steps in the link that I provided in the chat. As you start to create your meetings, you can select new meeting here, and you would want to fill out the details on this screen. I'm just going to very quickly fill out this and showcase where you can access that information. So I'm just going to type in touch base. I'll leave the date and the time as is. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. As soon as you create your meeting, there is going to be a link that is generated for you. You can copy this link and share it off with any individuals. They do not need to have Microsoft Teams downloaded. They don't even need to have a license for Teams in order to join that meeting and participate. So they can just type in, or excuse me, not type in, copy and paste this URL that you provide to them in their web browser, and they'll be able to join the meeting immediately and utilize all those great features that were kind of touched on that previous video. So sharing their screen, coming off mute, typing in the meeting chat. So you just want to make sure you share that link URL that is generated once you've created that meeting on your calendar. And if you do utilize Microsoft Outlook, Teams is going to sync seamlessly with it. Any meetings you create on your calendar is going to synchronize with Outlook and vice versa. So just make sure you create those meetings and copy that link, share it off with your users, and just invite them to paste this into their web browser, and they will be able to join you in that meeting. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, but I have another question. So with this one, if you share your screen, can you give them control to control your screen for you?
Yes, you can. So this feature, I do not believe is available with the free license of Teams, but if you are using a paid license, one of the features such as meeting recordings and providing control is available.
Okay.
I would just recommend if you are using the control, you're doing it within a an environment that you with people that you trust, because you are just kind of giving them the ability to click through your screen and utilize that. But when you are in the meeting and you are sharing your screen, you can invite them. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be able to demo that portion just because I am using the free version of Teams. But it is absolutely something that you can do. And in the link that I provided, the second one, in the search bar here, you should be able to type in that question. And there is most definitely articles on how to do that within the Teams meeting environment.
Okay, well understood. Because my company I'm working with is using Teams, and then I know we can share with other people who are not lancers. So I wanted to know if with the free lancers, so if the free version you can actually give control to someone. But I think you've answered my question. Thank you very much.
And Yaya, if you become an active volunteer at Coders Who Travel, Microsoft, and I need to thank Carla and Selena. Microsoft, through a prior group, have donated free licenses to us in the past. So we give a license to our best volunteers.
Okay, I think I have one of them, and I'll get one. Because I'm already fan of Microsoft. My company is using Microsoft. And I know these Teams, I know a lot of it because that's what I use each and every day to set up my meeting, to invite people, to share screen. So I use it a lot. The whole day I can be using Teams. So the day will close. So
okay.
I know how to use it, but no, I didn't know much about the free version. That's why I was asking the question. And I also asked the question for others to also get to know about how it's working.
It was a great question that provided a segue for Selena's demonstration. So thank you for asking. I see new people have joined since we began. So if you are here and you haven't yet introduced yourself, I think this will be a great time. And I'm going to see if I remember. Judith Agboche.
Hello, Ifya. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Your name and what you do and your role at your volunteering role.
All right. So my name is Judith Abuche. I volunteer with the Coders Who Travel team. I should have been really active in this session and for next week's session. But generally, what I'm into, I work as a risk and compliance expert in the IT financial technology industry here in Ghana. I'm happy to meet you all, especially the businesses coming up in the Ahafo area. We look forward to doing great things with you here at Coders Who Travel. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nabia. Nabia, you might be on mute. All right, skipping, Michael Boone. And Michael, you may be on mute as well. All right. Well, how are we doing on time? We still have about 14 minutes, I believe, to spare. So more questions will be great. Other than that, we will head into a 44-minute break instead of a 30-minute break and reconvene at 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. ET and Eastern time, or let me do the math, 6 p.m. GMT. Again, Colin, Nabia, Michael, and okay, thank you, Selena. Luck Nguyen, Luck, you can come off mute and introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm hearing. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Your name, what you do, and I think we met through Statistics Without Borders.
I am Ngọc Nguyễn from Vietnam. I come from Vietnam. I am hearing you, and I feel very honored and happy to hear some sharing your sharing.
I have trouble hearing that. Can you come again?
Pardon?
Can you reintroduce yourself? I had trouble hearing you.
Dear Sir, Madam, and everyone, I'm Ngọc Nguyễn from Vietnam, and I am a scientist. I'm interested in researching, for example, mathematics, optimization, computer science, and also I am a software developer.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So I'm going to make an announcement in one of the native languages in Ghana called Chi, just so somebody who feels comfortable in that can also ask their questions. Mpau Chow, so Hana o pese busa asembisa, but brofono enti untimi mbisa. Yeah, ma time say fabisa o question on our sembisa biya o.
You ask me?
No, not you. It was a plug in an announcement for people to speak in their local, one of the local languages, if they feel more comfortable in it.
No. Yes, I'm I feel comfortable very much. I feel very comfortable with you.
Thank
because
you.
My English is not good. My English is not good.
No worries. I wasn't speaking specifically to, I was speaking to those who are based in Ghana and who are in the rural Ahafo region.
Okay.
All right. So we have 10 minutes and we can head into break. Remember, you can come and request a song on Spotify and we can play it during the break to have fun and do more introductions. Or you can step aside from the screen, take a walk, do whatever helps your well-being, and let's reconvene at 2 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. GMT, Ghana time. Thank you all for your active participation. This has really been thrilling and fulfilling for me. And shout out on social media. Please share with the earlier hashtags that we gave. And Nabi, are you back? Michael, are you back? Oh, okay. So Nabia is having a challenge with her mic. She will be participating in one of the panel discussions at next week's workshop. So you'll get an opportunity to hear all the wisdom she has in that specific topic. All right, so see you back in 39 minutes. Oh, I see we have a guest. Is it Nairi Taylor Williams? You can introduce yourself. Please remember to come off mute.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, I cannot use my camera right now. I'm not in a place that's conducive to my camera being on.
No, that's fine.
Yes, my name is Nari Taylor Williams. I am actually from the Turks and Caicos Islands. So I'm just happy to be a part of this. I was invited by Kwabena. We met in Leeds in the United Kingdom. We were classmates for a while. So just happy to be a part and looking forward to learning a lot from, the presenters.
Thank you.
Thank
Nairi,
you.
can you put your location in the chat so we capture that? Because now I
Okay.
think we have Ghana, Nigeria, Vietnam, USA, and your island. I didn't quite get it. But
Yes, I'm come from Vietnam.
yes,
My country
you're
is
coming
very
from
beautiful.
Vietnam.
I
This
see
is
her, I see her.
exciting. All right. See you in, now it's 37 minutes. I'll be here playing the music and see you.
Okay.